Are we in focus? Are we good? Ooh. This is weird. This is really weird. I don't know how I feel about this. Wow, there's a lot of weird stuff on my face. That's cool. Whatever. We're all friends here. Maybe. Hopefully. Hey everybody, it's Kara, and today I'm using my boyfriend's camera for the first time, but I've just never really played around with it, and I decided to today, and it is freaking me out. It's weird. I don't like it. I can see myself over here. I'm sorry if I stare at myself over here. I'm just trying to make sure I'm in focus. So, that's the thing. It's been a long time. I'm not quite sure I remember how to do this anymore. But apparently people are still watching my videos, and I have a lot of new subscribers, so hi to all of you. I'm sorry I'm kind of sick right now and I'm just rambling, but that's how we do it on this channel. We kind of tend to do our own thing. Hello, other dog. Come here. Dog party. Dog party. Ain't no party like a dog party, because a dog party is super cute. Anyway, last night one of my favorite bands, Andrew Jackson Jihad, came into town. Anyway, Andrew Jackson Jihad is like a relatively large folk punk band, and so there were quite a few people there, and that was actually pretty awesome. There were quite a few people at the show, more than I'd seen in a long time, but this was a bigger band and it was cool. I was excited. Everybody seemed to be pretty nice and having a good time. Like, the opening bands were pretty good and everybody was just hanging out and listening to them and whatever. And when it was time for the last opener to, you know, finish their set and move all their gear off stage and start setting up for Andrew Jackson Jihad, I kind of like got in my spot up towards the front and just kind of stood there and, you know, defended my territory. Like, this is where I'm standing. I'm staying right here. I'm gonna be able to see this because I'm short and I don't want to get stuck in the back behind all the tall motherfuckers. Because that's what generally happens. So, you know, they started to play and it was cool until a bunch of people just started being dicks. I don't even say that lightly. People in OKC sucked ass last night. They were not good people. My phone's buzzing. Hello? Hello? It's a YouTube email. So, shout out to... Wait, we're loading. We are loading. Really? Of all the time... I'm sitting here recording and you're going to take 10 years to load. Shout out to Moonlight Rose 12208 for subscribing to me. Hey! Welcome. I do things sometimes. Yeah. Anyway, you know, I was standing in my spot with my boyfriend just hanging out and like it was cool until people just started like busting through the crowd trying to get to the front when they started playing, which is not cool. I mean, I've been that person, I'm not gonna lie. I've pushed my way through a crowd, but you kind of just like weasel your way through the aisles. You say excuse me, you know, you stop and like tap someone on the shoulder and be like, hey, can I get past you? You know, you don't just plow through people, which is what happened, and that shit, it's never cool to just ram into somebody to get what you want, or to get where you want, I should say. It's rude. It's very rude. Aside from that, there were people screaming things at the band. Like, I get, you know, you get drunk, you go to a show, you get drunk at the show, you're gonna be a little belligerent. It happens. I've been belligerent before. Maybe not at a show, but somewhere else, I'm sure. And it's not cool to just scream terrible things at the band. Like, weird things. Weird things. Like, at one point, the band was even like, hey, we'll do what you want if you'll just stop screaming at us. And then they proceeded to just scream more, and anger. If the band has to call you out on your shit, you're obviously being an asshole. That's what I have to say about that. And then there was some weird, like, pit thing going on, and I have spent a lot of time in the punk scene. I am used to pits, but this was like a weird pit, like, off to the right side of the stage. Keep in mind, this venue is very, very small. Like, this venue is probably smaller than my house. It just doesn't have all of the in-between walls, so it's really open. Anyway, they had this weird pit going on, and they were just being rowdy, and I mean, Andrew Jackson Jihad, I mean, you could dance, you could maybe get a pit to their music, kind of, but not really. It's not the kind of music that you punch people in the face over. I don't think. What do I know? At one point, this pit got so out of control that they knocked over the bass player, Ben's mic, and chipped his tooth, and he was just real unhappy about it, of course, 'cause he was like, thanks guys, I don't have dental insurance, so fuck you. That was fun. And then right after that, somebody like in that general pit area like broke a beer bottle, which is not that big of a deal. I mean, shit happens. But then, like, Ben, the bass player, again, called it out and was like, hey, is there broken glass over here? He was like, it's not a big deal. Nobody's going to be mad at you. We just don't want people to get hurt. And they were like, no, there's nothing. And then you just hear glass, like, rolling across the floor. And then people are, like, nice people are, like, down on their hands and knees, like, trying to pick up all of this glass so that nobody gets hurt. Like, it was ridiculous. And then there were some more issues with like my personal space and the crowd. Like this girl just got in front of me. Like I don't know why she decided it was a good place to go, because honestly, like the only space around me was like the 6 inches of space I left for the person in front of me so that I wasn't just all up in their business. But that's where this girl decided to plant herself, and then she proceeded to do this weird dance for like 45 minutes where she just went like this and her hair was just whopping me in the face the whole time. Ooh, that girl made my list. Anyway, I mean, these sound like kind of small things, but the band was obviously upset. A lot of people in the crowd were really upset. I was upset because there were all of these things that just shouldn't have been happening that were ruining, not ruining necessarily, they were affecting my night, and it was a night that meant a lot to me. This was one of my favorite bands that I hadn't seen in 2 years, and it meant a lot to me to be there and to see them and to, you know, hang out with them and listen to what they had to say, and to see that they were obviously being affected by people just being blatantly disrespectful for no reason. That really upset me, and I feel embarrassed for my hometown because of that. Like, now I'm afraid that they won't want to come back and play for us anymore, and we're somewhere that they play every single time they go on tour because we're always good to them, and now it just sucks to feel like we ruined that. Or not even we, just a slight few ruined it for the masses. That fucking sucks. I don't know. This is more of a rant than anything, but just do me and everyone around you a favor. When you go to shows and concerts or whatever, just try to be cool. Try to be aware of the people around you, and try to be aware of what being there might mean to them. And, you know, you can have fun and do your own thing and be you without disrespecting or endangering or just fucking with other people. It's senseless. It's just senseless. I don't like people who don't think about the other people around them. I guess that's my biggest deal. It just sucks to know that some people just genuinely don't give a shit. I give a shit, and I think that a lot of you guys do too. So we'll just try to be good people. Try to outweigh all of the stupid crap that other people do sometimes. Anyway, rant over. I'm sorry that I haven't been around very much. There's been a lot of stuff going on, but you guys can always find me on Twitter and Instagram. Instagram for sure, at Carol Lampton, same way it's spelled here. I am there all the time. If you talk to me, I'll say hi. I always like hearing from you guys. It makes my day. So, yeah. Anyway, if you have anything to contribute to this conversation, or would like to tell me, or ask me, or video suggestions, or whatever, you can leave them down below. That'd be cool. I'll read them. I guess that's it. Anyway, I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. Thank you to all of my new subscribers for hanging out. I hope that you enjoy it here. I'm very happy to have you. What is this? I'm happy. Shit. Alright. We're gonna call it good for today. I love you guys so much, and I will see you very soon. Bye. Where's the off button? Is that, I don't know.